Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. And as they close, feel a weight on those eyelids. And the weight of those eyelids create a ripple of relaxation across your whole face. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension. As you breathe in and breathe out, scan your body for any clues of tension. Maybe around your forehead, your neck or your shoulders, and just give permission to that tension to let go. As you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation, feel the tension melt away. Around your jaw, feel your arms and legs feeling limp and loose. And notice as the tension around your neck and chest starts to relax and release, you can't help but breathe deeper than before. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you feel. And the more relaxed you feel, the even deeper you breathe. Really feel tension is leaving your body in that outward breath before breathing in even more of that resourceful relaxation. I want you to use the power of your imagination to just create an image or a feeling of a calm place. A favorite space outside, perhaps a place of peace and strength. And just imagine yourself feeling completely at ease and focused here, feeling centered and confident in your goals. Maybe you can feel the warmth of the air or the sun on your skin, any smells, any sounds, as you just feel that your physical body and your imagination are now in two different places, and that your imagination is in this calm state. And I wonder if you can feel yourself beginning to consider a journey. I want you to think of your past and think how quickly 2 months just passes by. I want you to get a sense that if you could go back in time and do something challenging for 2 months, your life would be enhanced here in this moment. And the same is also true. 2 months from now, you could be still with unhealthy habits, frustrations, or 2 months from now, you could feel like your whole life is taking a different trajectory, brimming with energy, vitality, sense of accomplishment. And just allow your mind to acknowledge that a challenge is called a challenge because it's challenging. That if it was easy, there is no challenge. I want you to imagine what it would be like for someone to go to the gym and lift the lightest weights and then feel frustrated that they're not becoming stronger. The growth and the benefits are proportionate to the difficulty of the challenge. What makes it challenging is what makes it valuable. So allow that seed to be planted, that it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to be beneficial. And what if there was a 2-month challenge that could strengthen your body and your mind? And I want you to think of what that 2 months may look like. Two months of deciding that most of the calories that you consume come from fruit and vegetables. Your ancestors lived that way anyway. And this is just 2 months when most of what you eat is fruit and vegetables. And you can prepare them in a way where they become delicious and enjoyable. Now I want you to imagine seeing yourself like you're someone else, living this way day after day. Maybe see yourself juicing vegetables, having lots of fresh fruit, always available. And that doesn't feel like it's a big challenge. Just watch yourself eating that fruit and drinking that vegetable juice. But also see that future version of you having one healthy meal, maybe an evening meal with family, good quality food. You are eating well, and see that future version of you dedicated to a challenge, not because you have to, but because you want to. A challenge that is nourishing your body and fueling your spirit. And when you see that future version of you, day after day, getting into a rhythm, a habit, routines, step into that version of you and imagine feeling hungry and maybe seeing a particular type of fruit that is delicious for you anyway. And just imagine, with each piece of fruit you eat, you are giving your body exactly what it needs, bursting with natural energy, vitamins, and the refreshing taste of health. You feel yourself looking forward to every bite, feeling a sense of ever-increasing momentum with each choice, knowing that these foods will energize and replenish you. And as you think of vegetables, it occurs to you that it doesn't matter how you consume them. Boil them, steam them, some of them you can eat raw. But it dawns on you that when you juice them, you can get so much more nutrition by taking the fiber out. Perhaps you could imagine a juicer. Imagine carrots, cucumbers, celery. And just imagine perhaps the kind of vegetables that aren't that desirable to eat, but somehow you feel like you're hacking the system, that when you juice them, you get all the nutrition without having to worry about chewing every mouthful. I want you to imagine the vibrant colours, the pure, wholesome flavours, the sense of accomplishment as you prepare something so beneficial for yourself. I want you to get a sense that when you drink vegetable juice, you're giving your body a gift of health and vitality. Every sip is an investment in your well-being, and your mind is prepared to embrace it with pleasure. Imagine that you are building new habits that make you feel empowered and in control. That every day you're training your brain to reach for health, for choices that give you a sense of pride and accomplishment. You feel a deep sense of satisfaction knowing that with every healthy choice, you're moving closer to a healthier, more energized you. And of course, not all days are of the same level of difficulty. There might be social occasions and celebrations where the challenge itself becomes more challenging, days that might feel a little tougher. And some of these battles you'll know when they're scheduled and when they exist on your horizon, and others come as a surprise. But as you think of these moments, imagine them as small battles within this journey. Winnable battles. Moments that with the right mindset and just a little preparation, you are ready to overcome. Visualize preparing for these moments as if for a challenge, reminding yourself that when you win these little battles, you win the war. And what if this war isn't with an enemy? What if the war is with just echoes of bad habits that crept in over years and years? That when you defeat the enemy of these bad habits, the pursuit of temporary gratification, you get your freedom back. Freedom of health, of confidence, of great sleep. Feel how empowering it is to recognize that each day, each choice is within your control. These are opportunities to become stronger, more determined, and you face these moments with the mindset of a winner. Equipped with the tools that you need, a juicer, airtight jugs, the right equipment, you have everything you need, and with each win, you feel your self-belief growing, your inner strength deepening. And as you continue along this path, it will be impossible not to notice the changes. Your energy building, growing brighter and more consistent. You drift off to sleep quicker and wake up more refreshed. And when you wake, don't be surprised to find a new clarity in your thoughts, a sharpness, an eagerness to embrace the day ahead. Choosing to do something challenging means you're better prepared for other challenges in life. And any hunger you feel along the way, you perceive as a sign that your body is transforming, using stored energy, becoming leaner, stronger. You recognize this hunger as evidence of progress, a signal that your body is tapping into its natural resources, and this realization brings you satisfaction and pride. I want you to get a sense that the only way of failing is to quit the challenge. So if you encounter a setback or a slip-up, you'll see it as nothing more than a small blip. Not a trend, not a pattern. You'll realize that any thoughts of going back to square one is the part of you that wants you to stick to those old, unhealthy habits. You'll view these moments with a sense of acceptance, calmly and kindly redirecting yourself to the challenge. These moments don't define you. They only make you more committed, more determined. And as you refocus, you feel even stronger, ready to continue on your journey. If you were running a marathon and slipped over, the instinct would be to get back up and keep running, not to quit. So each day, you're reshaping your habits, training your brain to seek out health, to enjoy the process, and to feel a growing pride with each success. Imagine those key dates, the key times that could be challenging, and see yourself overcoming those challenges. And imagine it's the last few days of this challenge. Imagine looking back and feeling a sense of it was challenging but winnable, difficult but doable. Feel the pride of commitment, the strength of self-discipline, and a deep sense of accomplishment. At this point, you're already getting compliments from people that have seen the changes. Imagine hearing those people you know, noticing you've lost weight, seen with more energy. Just give you that look that they can see that something's changed and don't quite know what it is. This challenge is more than a goal, it's a way of unlocking a new level of health, vitality, and mental clarity. I want you to get a sense that you've now finished the challenge and see yourself in a reflection of a full-length mirror, looking leaner and stronger, full of confidence. And as you see that version of you, you realize you're just 2 months away from that becoming real. It's meant to be challenging because it's so beneficial. Feel that this is an adventure. Just 2 months, the time will pass anyway. And at the end of that 2 months, what if you take your life in a whole new positive direction? As you hold on to that thought, feel like you're returning to the present, taking all of these ideas, thoughts, and strategies with you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect fully into the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling motivated, committed, and excited for this wonderful challenge. A challenge that will give you so much back in return. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.